Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video, and today we're going to be going over some Twitter news on Ripple and XRP. Now, one thing I always find pretty amazing and pretty astounding actually from the XP community is that if you just look through Twitter, I can actually almost guarantee you that you will learn more about the current cryptocurrency situation than you would by only reading articles. It's because the community is so large on Twitter, and actually you can see the amount of likes and engagements and such that are just really astounding / amazing. You can definitely see a lot, all right? A lot, I'm not even exaggerating. You can most likely see everything. First of all, Kevin Cage on Twitter says, "At what price would you stop buying XRP? $0.30, $0.50, $1, or $3. And then Dog for Show replies and says $100. King Solomon says depends, and a lot of people will give some different replies. I wanted to ask you guys the same question. At what point do you think you've done enough buying, and what is your strategy surrounding that? But I also want to give my own opinion, and that is that I think you can always buy a cryptocurrency if you have a good plan in place. So in this case for XRP, I always have a set strategy, and I'm assuming the price is going to go up, so I can always buy more. But in reality, I can also always buy if the prices are going down because, hey, there's two different sides to that. First of all, I think, you can always short them, so you could just kind of bet against the market or bet against the price going up. Like you can just you get me there. But I can also buy in at lower points. So from that perspective, I also don't really care where the price is going. For me, conclusion there is any price is fine as long as the project is looking good and as long as we're still convinced that prices are going to be going higher. And I'm still going to be thinking that even at $20. So, 1, 3, 50 cents, 30 cents, all not really good points for me because, again, we're going to be buying in higher. So is there a stop? Not really, most likely. I'm hoping there is, because otherwise you won't make any profits, but I don't think there will be. XRP Moonshine, lover of crypto on Twitter, said, "XRP will melt faces when it decides to pump. Mark my words, FOMO will cause the pump, and utility will help sustain the elevated prices. If you believe in XRP success, please retweet and follow a fellow XRP community member." Well, what I think about this is FOMO will cause a pump. Well, I can really believe that one. I can really feel myself falling a little bit for it as well. But for example, Swell here is coming around the corner. Those things can be considered as FOMO because you're fearing of missing out. And utility, for example, the utilization that's really kind of realized because of XRapid and their corridors that they already have been running. I mean, that could be sustaining these prices. I don't really think that this bull run in 2019 would be ready yet to sustain prices due to utility. I think there's too much speculation still, but possibly next year or really close by. I think that we can start to look at utility in price. Berghouse says that in the end, utility will most likely tell us the price or kind of explain the value or set the value. But for right now, I don't think that's really going on yet, and I think that will take a little bit of time before it will. Jana One Trick, League of Legends player most likely, according to the MoneyGram earning call, they will expand the use of XRP to new markets or corridors with ODL through Q4 and beyond. That means Ripple already has found the compliant exchanges for the upcoming ODL-enabled corridors. Now, that on its own is actually a pretty interesting tweet and a pretty interesting realization, but Lord Lionel here says Bittrex Global, and really from our kind of history, we could also kind of guess that there's a couple in one. Brad here says Brazil, MEA, and Southeast Asia would be my next guess. Says, well, we don't really know, but there's a lot of possibilities, and there's already a lot of kind of loopholes, because really, in reality, we don't know much. But if we look further, a little bit of a deeper layer, we actually know a lot already. And that's kind of the story that I'm trying to give to you guys with Bittrex Global, and in the sense of if you look further, we know so many corridors that are kind of open and kind of there already. The problem is they've just not confirmed it, and we just really have no idea which of the ones it's going to be. So from that perspective, again, we don't know much, but technically we do. Ripple partnership continues to grow. This is from MoneyGram and Ripple. Progress to date, utilizing the on-demand liquidity ODL. Today, our partnership is used in parallel with our standard treasury process to execute foreign currency trades 24/7, and we are increasing our usage of ODL for a portion of our daily funding needs in Mexico. Q4 and beyond, though, because this is right now, up till now. Expanding to new corridors is what they want to do, and they will. And of course, leverage RippleNet and ODL to improve digital payments offering. Crypto Art. I'm guessing all the Crypto Hawk's bad predictions on XRP left him bankrupt. Not one right call, so he has decided to hate XRP, seeing as it doesn't do as he predicts. One less idiot in the community. So, Crypto Hawk, don't personally really know who this is. Might have talked about it before, but I've forgotten all the way. He tweeted out shortly, sold 4.5 million XRP. I'm not a holder anymore. Good luck, idiots. I guess he might have bought at the wrong time. Maybe he's just trying to seek the best side of the community. You know, once people are turning against XRP, he does as well. Maybe he just sold all his XRP and he's just done for. Maybe he knows something we don't. I don't completely know. I don't need to know. I don't give a shit. He's out. Not a part of the community anymore. Maybe I even follow him. Could definitely be so. I personally have no idea. All I know is that these tweets are just kind of, I think it's kind of childish to say good luck, idiots, to all the people that are still holding the cryptocurrency. I think you should kind of be supportive of everybody who is still holding the coin that you once held, sort of, or you know, one coin that you were an advocate of or you were advocating for. I don't know how you'd say that. Like, he was speaking good and told people to buy the coin, and now he's like, hey, all you ones who bought are stupid. You know, you should maybe elaborate further or not be so negative towards all the people that are still holding, because they might not know the facts that you do. So I never really think that's a good option to go, or that good route to go. Moonshine again. XP will melt faces. Oh, it's the same one. All right. XRP Crypto Wolf. Christine Lagarde is officially the new European Central Bank president as of today. She will have an 8-year term of office. I never really knew this was 8 years. I never knew that. Like, 8 years. Wow. Well, that's actually kind of insane. I like it, though. I like it. Within these next 8 years, Lagarde will introduce the first European Central Bank digital currency, CBDC, and it will use XRP as a bridge asset. I mean, that's worthy of a like. That's pretty amazing, this type of stuff. Marianne also says here, as a reply to Teodorescu, who said, XRP growth will be purely speculative. At the moment, only MoneyGram uses XRP. In the future, maybe others. So leave this nonsense with the XRP utility. Everything will be purely speculative. Marian said, appreciate the efforts here, but it's still misleading. Would love to see the facts of it being cheaper than XRP, faster than XRP, more scalable than XRP, or trusted XRP, if it beats Cinnamon. Oh, okay, I guess he's just trying to say, or kind of say for something else. I don't completely know what his idea is. If you get this one, you get it. Great Chris Larson, SF San Francisco interview by Arrington today at SFBW19. Too long to post the whole thing, but here's a great excerpt. And we think that the biggest use case initially is going to be for rewiring our financial system. Here's a little 1-minute video, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, we can just showcase this in YouTube. If not, well, they can just block my video. Let's quickly listen to it.
Also, you need derivatives of this blockchain technology, and specifically interoperability protocols. So we believe in something very strongly called ILP, intellectual protocol. And so, very differently from digital assets, that's a way of wiring together all of the world's ledgers, all of the world's currencies, so that just like the internet, value can move like data. So we call that internet of value. And internet of value means both of those things. It's interoperability protocol, which is not a ledger, doesn't hold stake, doesn't have a currency, super low level, something that every country, every company can get behind, which means it has to be very feature-like. And then it's something that is very efficient in terms of how the digital asset works. And we think the biggest use case initially is going to be for how payments move down the road. We think that's the most rewiring our financial plumbing, how payments move down the road. We think that's the most broken.
All right, that's what you needed to know. Again, this part, and we think the biggest use case initially is going to be for rewiring our financial system, because he thinks that's the most broken. I really rate that. I really get that. I really feel for that as well. XRP Mister on Twitter says, if you could ask anyone at Swell any questions, who would it be and what would you ask? Keep the questions reasonable and I just might ask your question. I'm wondering, is XRP Mister going to go over there himself? I don't completely know about that, or is he going to ask somebody? Well, what I think is that you guys should comment some questions as well, because, I mean, Swell is around the corner. And if there's any chances to ask questions, we should be asking them all. Right? Oh, let me tune that down. Please ask them if the concept of mass enablement has ever been discussed regarding XRP and is theoretically possible, e.g. simultaneously lighting many corridors when liquidity and regulation are properly in place. If not, do they expect slow and steady rise for XRP? Thank you. Good question. I think there's a lot of good questions though, and I think you guys are detective enough to post them down in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you press the like button down below, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. See you guys again in another one relatively soon.